Hello and welcome to the first edition of Wycombe High TV News of the new school year. I'm Dea, Deputy Head Girl.
And I'm Jess, and I'm the Student Head of Media. And here are this week's Wycombe High headlines.
Living the high life. Our new Year 7's students give their first impressions of the Wycombe High School experience.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
Wycombe High was definitely the right place for me, and I feel like I've already grown as a person.
Get a tissue ready as we relive the moment when top student Scarlett opened her amazing A-level results.
Plus, can you guess which teacher was once a star of the Teletubbies TV series? All will be revealed.
My name is Fiona.
Now, last Wednesday was a truly memorable day for Wycombe High as we welcomed more than 200 brand new Year 12 students into our sixth form, an all-time record. That amazing number includes more than 70 students who have joined us from other schools for their A-level studies. Meanwhile, that same day, we welcomed 192 Year 7 students for their very first day at Wycombe High. Now, 1 week on from starting their new school career, Wycombe High TV has been talking to some of our new Year 7s about their first impressions.
Hi, my name is Vaishnavi.
Hi, my name is Saisha.
Today we're going to be asking Year 7s
What their first impressions of Wycombe High are.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
I think it's really big, but I love finding my way around the school.
What's your first impression of Wycombe High?
Everybody here is very friendly and welcoming.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High School?
I really like the library because it's really big and there's a lot of books.
I think it's just seriously cool in general because everyone is really nice.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
My first impressions are that everyone are really kind and always willing to help.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
I love how respectful and helpful everyone is here.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
It's a very friendly place because it's a very big school and I always try to find my way by asking the students and teachers, by asking them for help.
Wycombe High School is a really nice school. I like the way teachers try to mix classes up and put random people next to each other so they can become friends.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
It's really, really big, but I love the look on the teachers' faces when they realise I'm Daisy's sister, and everybody has been really welcoming.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
I like how kind the people are, even if you get lost.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High School?
The school's really big, but everyone's really nice, so if you ever get lost, you can just ask them for help.
The school is really nice and it's really big, so you have to find your way through, but don't worry, there are many people out there to help you.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
I really like the variation of subjects here in the school.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
I really like how everything is independent here now I'm in a grammar school. What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
All the lessons are really enjoyable and they're very interesting.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
My first impression of Wycombe High is an amazing school where everybody is super friendly and it's such a safe environment because if you ever get lost, there's always someone to help you.
My first impression of Wycombe High is that, as she said, it's really a safe environment and people are really helpful. I also love the fact that there are so many fun clubs that anyone can join.
What are your impressions of Wycombe High?
I love how everyone is so welcoming and friendly.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
All the teachers are really encouraging.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
I like how everybody never hesitates to help you and everybody's just super friendly.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High School?
My first impression is all the teachers are really fun and welcoming, and so far I'm really enjoying the classes.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
That there are many extracurricular activities that are enjoyable.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
That there are many fun activities to enjoy.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
That everyone here is really helpful and kind, and all the teachers are really encouraging.
Everyone's so welcoming, and especially Miss Evans was really funny. It's really big, but there's loads of people to help you find your way.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
My first impression is that everyone here is really friendly and everyone's here willing to help point you in the right direction. What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
Everyone is really welcoming and friendly.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
That everyone is really nice, but the school is very big.
I love that there are so many clubs and it's just so fun here.
So what are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
I love how all the children here are very welcoming and nice to everyone.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
That it's really big, but I've loved the opportunity to make so many new friends. What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
There are lots of people to make friends with, and it's a very kind and friendly environment.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High School?
I'm really liking Wycombe High School as everyone's willing to help you.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
I love that everyone's so friendly and ready to help you.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
What I like about Wycombe High is that it's a big school, so it gives you a lot to explore.
I'm really liking the range of clubs and stuff like that.
What do you like about Wycombe High?
Well, there's a lot of clubs to enjoy and there are a lot of activities to enjoy as well.
I love how everybody's so kind and are always willing to help you.
What are your first impressions of Wycombe High?
Wycombe High was definitely the right place for me, and I feel like I've already grown as a person.
Now, as regular viewers will know, here on Wycombe High TV, we like to welcome new members of staff with an interview. First up, Mrs. Brooks, our new subject leader for English.
Hi, I'm Ida and today I'm here interviewing Miss Brooks. So firstly, Miss Brooks, welcome to Wycombe High. And can I ask you to tell us a bit about your journey to becoming subject leader here for English?
Thank you. So prior to being subject leader of English here, I worked at a school in West London for 12 years where I was also subject leader, but I decided to try my hand at Pastures New, found out this is a really prestigious and really wonderful school, and so far I've been proved right on that.
So what do you enjoy most about teaching English and working with the students?
So the students I met this week have been so incredibly bright and dynamic, really interested in learning, really engaged in everything we've done. Lots of lovely discussion, which has been really lively, really a sense of aspiration and community. So that's been really lovely. About English in particular, I would say I love of books, obviously, and just generally reading communication.
That's really nice to hear. And if you could recommend one book that every student should read before they leave Wycombe High, what would it be and why your reasons?
That's a really tricky question for an English teacher. I can't recommend just one, so I'm going to be cheeky and say, well, I'll go for a fiction and a non-fiction book. So for fiction, Jane Eyre, I think is a really good book for young women to read, but also Tess the D'Urbervilles. I love that book. Oh, I went to two, sorry. I love Tess the D'Urbervilles. It's available. You can look on iPlayer and watch it as well as a period drama, and it's just a beautiful, really haunting story, and they're both about personal growth and, you know, all of the things about growing older and learning who you are. I also absolutely love reading non-fiction, particularly about science and things like that. So one I'd really recommend is A Short History of Nearly Everything by Bill Bryson. It's just about everything you can imagine, all the sciences, history, all kind of wrapped up in one book. So I'd really recommend that.
I'll definitely be reading some of them. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Still to come, the teacher who used to be a star on the Teletubbies TV show. Now, last week, 114 of our Year 10 students actually came back from their summer holidays a day early. The reason? To practice their skills they'll need for their upcoming Duke of Edinburgh Bronze Award expedition. And they'll be out in all weathers in the wilds of the Thames Valley this weekend on their practice expedition before taking on the real thing in a few weeks' time.
Now I know you're all dying to know, who's the teacher who was once a Teletubbies TV star? Well, I can tell you, it was our new history subject leader, Miss Bennell. Our reporter Zara has been finding out more.
My name is Fiona.
Hi, I'm Zara and today I'm here with Miss Bennell. Hi, welcome to Wycombe High School. Can you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, of course. Well, thank you for welcoming me, first of all. So I'm a history teacher. In the past, I've also taught a little bit of politics. I really, really enjoy sport, so I'm really looking forward to getting involved with the PE department a little bit. I play hockey. I'm actually a goalkeeper, and I think I'm going to be helping out on Monday lunchtime, so it'd be great to see lots of people down there. Other things about me, I really kind of love animals, in particular dogs. I've got two lovely dogs myself. Shout out to them, Ned and Lola, English Springer Spaniels. So if you're into sport or you like animals, please do come and have a chat with me in the corridor. But most importantly, if you love history, please do tell me what you love, and also I love a good fun fact, so do tell me any fun facts about history.
Yeah, I definitely would do. I understand you have a rather special claim to fame.
This I do. So I am somewhat of a minor celebrity, some people might say. I was on the Teletubbies, not once, but twice when I was a child. So at the age of 3, one was about kind of my morning routine, and the other was walking up a hill with my grandpa, which is a really lovely memory. I do actually have an IMBD page as well. I didn't create it myself, I must add. It was created by one of my many fans, I presume. There is a little bit of a lie on there, though, a bit of fake news. I was not in Baby Einstein, just the Teletubbies.
Hey, there's the man skiing. I can see a boat skiing. There! Look, it's there!
What inspired you to choose history as your subject?
I really enjoy history, and I always have from a young age, and I wanted to keep going with it. And I think the reason for that was I love the element of storytelling and how there's so many stories that you can learn and kind of fun and kind of weird facts. And then being able to do that now as a job is fantastic.
Is there a favourite historical period or event of time that you like studying or teaching in general?
To be honest with you, there are so many that I could pick. I did my dissertation on Mrs. Pankhurst, so I'm really glad that I'm in Pankhurst House. Shout out to that. But if I were to pick one thing that is really interesting me at the moment, I really enjoy teaching the Cold War, so I'm just doing this with my Year 10s. I think it's a really fascinating time in history, a lot of tension, a lot of debate going on, so I'm really looking forward to teaching that to 2 Year 10 classes this year.
Thank you so much for talking to me. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too.
It was worth climbing all that way. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
A star of the Teletubbies. That's such a cool claim to fame. And that's just about it for this week. Don't forget you can catch up with all things Wycombe High 7 days a week via the school suite of social media channels on our website, wycombehighschool.com.
And to wrap up this week, a look back at A-Level results day and the heartwarming moment when Scarlett opened her envelope with her mum to discover she's achieved an incredible 4 A stars. The heartwarming moment was captured by her dad, Rick. And a warning, you might just need a tissue handy. Goodbye for now.
Have a great weekend. Goodbye.
Okay, I confirm. Oh, I can see it.
Come on.
I'm gonna cry.